Hey, what's up guys? It's Art Book Addiction here, and we're here with a new artist journey video. So today, we're going to be talking about, once again, AI art, right? So if you've heard the news, you'll know that someone created an AI piece, and it was submitted to an art competition, and unfortunately, they won. Okay, so that's a whole thing to unpack. But yeah, that's what we'll be talking about today. Before we start the video, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out my Prince and Patreon if you want to support the channel, and consider becoming a channel member. That, let us get into this bullshit. So, you guys should already know my opinion on AI, right? Like, anybody who is an artist should be against AI, right? AI is threatening the very livelihoods of all artists, okay? So, those who participated, those who are artists who use it, right? You're kind of just buying into what will eventually destroy you, okay? So if you guys use it, like, I find that very hypocritical, right? I find it like it's going against your own interests, okay? On a very basic level. But yeah, so I don't like AI art, right? I think it is unethical, right? I think there is a level of deception that's being played right here, okay? And the deception is that it shows a false skill level, okay? There is there's a falsity in the, did I make this, right? Did you make it? No, it wasn't made by you. You simply put in the prompts or whatever. You know, there was no skill involved from the person who created it, right? So the person who actually created the AI piece, who submitted it, was actually not an artist themselves, right? I think they were some kind of like game developer or something, or like some guy who was like a publisher or some I don't know what the fuck, right? But he was working in tech, right? And he's not an artist, but he submitted this piece and it got the first prize, okay, at a Colorado State fair or something, art fair or some shit, right? And all I gotta say is, one, the board, okay, the board of that state fair should be ashamed of themselves, okay? They really should. There needs to be that critical eye, okay? There needs to be that eye that can tell when something is AI, all right? Like, speaking from personal experience, I've been able to tell when something is AI generated, okay? There is a certain quality behind the work that allows it to be like, yep, that's AI generated, okay? And I'm sure that these people who aren't, like, to be fair, the people who judge these art fairs, I'm sure are not very tech savvy, okay? This is a fine art fair. They're more focused on paintings. They're more focused on traditional work, I'm sure, right? But you know, they need now to do their due diligence with digital work to make sure that there is no form of cheating, you know? Okay, like not just cheating, but AI creation. AI creation should connotate complete, what is it called? Disqualification, right? It's not cool, right? That it's cheating. Doesn't it feel like cheating? It does, right? Because they didn't make that thing, okay? What about the 100 artists who submitted their work and made it legitimately? What happens to those people? Okay? They're taken out by the AI, you know what I mean? They spent years working on this skill just to have their place taken by just some random program, you know what I mean? It's really infuriating, okay? And it's not just like, it's on a principle level as well, okay? The principle of the thing, it's the creation of the thing, okay? Art is supposed to be about creation. It's about skill, about building that skill to the point where you can make your thing, okay? It's the practice, it's the mastery, okay? There's a beauty in it, okay? And like, how long before we have AI generated buildings, AI generated this, everything's AI, okay? No more YouTube content, it's all AI generated content, okay? And the more people buy into it, the more bullshit it becomes. See, this was always my issue when it came to NFTs, okay? It wasn't just the NFTs scam bullshit, okay? It's what, like, the fact that they were using AI programs to create variants, okay? But they've gotten better and gotten good enough to at least fool some judges, right? Which is bullshit, okay? And you know, like, the thing is that, like, a good thing, a kind of good thing that came out of it is that the guy revealed it, okay? The guy revealed that it was AI generated, okay? I don't know if that was, like, the intent was to be good for it, you know what I mean? Maybe he wasn't expecting to win, right? But I hope he got disqualified. I hope somebody else got the prize, right? But at the end of the day, the fact that this even happened is appalling, okay? And really speaks to the danger. Like, okay, like, if artists' jobs weren't already in danger from, like, the industry being shit, right? And like everything becoming contract now, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like double bad, okay? Now it's like double bad with the looming threat of AI, okay? The one thing that AI can't reproduce is like stylization, okay? Right? Like, for example, like manga, anime art, right? They're really bad at doing that, okay? Making like anatomy really good, right? But how long is that gonna work until they eventually get it? Until they eventually have thing down to the point where, like, yeah, that's good enough, it works, we could use that, okay? Companies are going to be looking at this and say, hey, we could pay for a program instead of paying a person, okay? You know what I mean? It's and, like, corporations don't care. Corporations in themselves are soulless, so why wouldn't they use a cheaper, soulless program to create their work, okay? Corporations don't care about people, right? So why wouldn't they fire the artists? Why wouldn't they just give it to the Dali, okay? Right? And the Dali people, hey, I got $15, hey, do good for me, you know? And then, like, someone else loses, like, an entire industry loses out on like a job, you know what I mean? So, like, never have before has, I feel like, the livelihoods of artists been threatened so hard, okay? And you know what? Like, I am a painter, okay? I do physical media, right? I do physical paintings, right? So my job actually isn't really in danger, okay? My career path is still, like, okay, right? Because it's of a, like, you know, it's of a smaller niche category, right? But those who want to work in the industry, those who want to, like, work on games, those who want to work on movies, right? People who, like, you know, when I was going in school, that's what I wanted to do, right? And I feel such dread for those people, right? Because now they're being replaced by robots, and now and the bigger fear is not just that, okay? But now there is the possibility of, like, just all, like a majority of art, a majority of things created are now going to be AI generated, okay? We're going to live in a world devoid of humanity, okay? Which is kind of I mean, looking at us now, it's like, yeah, that's kind of going along the line, but like imagine everything you see is AI generated. You can't trust anything. We just live in a world of deception, okay? And that's the dystopian nightmare we can live in, right? But, like, I look at art every day, okay? I look at artwork. I love artists. I love seeing their work every day. You know what I mean? For one reason or the other, right? But, like, now the AI has started to take over that and starting to like now I can't trust things. Now I have to, you know, I thought it was bad with 3D and all that other stuff. Now there's AI involved, right? And I'm just like, it just makes me so upset. And, like, I really feel for those who are younger artists, okay? Those who haven't developed their skill yet, right? Because, like, they almost always feel outperformed by the AI. Okay, right? And so that really hurts the futures of the next generation of artists. Okay, it really does. Um, I hope art is still gonna be alive and still kicking by the time AI takes off. Like, people look at it and they're like, I don't really like this. You know what I mean? Like, because like at the end of the day, people don't really like soulless shit, right? So maybe hopefully that will sway things. But companies, they love soulless stuff. That's all they produce. That's what these corporations, these companies, look at the movie industry. They love producing soulless stuff. They love wasting money. Okay, so at the end of the day, I think that art won't die, right? I think that artists will still be able to like like produce, right? But the industry of artists getting paid for their work, okay, um, I think at the very least temporarily will take a major blow, okay, as companies adopt these programs, as companies look at it and say, yes, you know what, this is a much cheaper alternative to get what we want. We'll just have three people constantly putting shit into the thing until they create something good, right? And they're gonna have to lose like they have to like lose a bunch of projects, die on a couple projects, and then they'll realize, hey, what's the real problem? Oh, it's because we don't have like real artists. Okay, we don't have real creators producing like something that of true substance. Okay, so like it's like with movies now, right? Like they're dying, and like they have to have like a huge death before they realize like, oh, what's actually important, it's the heart of the movie. Okay, it's the vision of the creator. Okay, something that could touch the hearts of the people, right? That's what artists really do, right? That's what creators want to do. And companies, they don't understand that. They're like, touch hearts of people, but we just want money. We just want the money of the people, right? And so it looks like in this new world that we live in, right? Like art, creation, music, okay, movies, and any form of like really good media is starting to have to go underground, okay, right? Everything's gonna have to start going like, like it's this movement, okay, between all the creatives against the giant corporations, okay, and it's because the corporations, they're gonna go to cheaper, they're gonna go more soulless, they're gonna, and like hopefully, okay, what we've seen with the movies, people are gonna look at it and they're gonna catch on. They're gonna be like, there's something off about this. There's something I don't like about it. This AI generated movie, I don't like it. This AI generated script, I don't like it. Okay, right? Because it's getting to the point where we are starting to work more for the algorithms than the algorithms are working for us. Okay, right? The algorithms are starting to take over, right? Just look at YouTube, okay? The algorithm, like these codes, these lines of code, okay, are controlling human behavior now, right? We appeal to them. They don't appeal to us anymore, right? We give we try to give it what it wants, and it's crazy. It's crazy that algorithms have started to like fucking take over our lives so much. That the robots are taking over so much. Okay, like how long before humanity is just incompatible, just obsolete, And I don't know. It's infuriating. Okay, right? It's like the humanity in me just I writhe in it. Okay, I'm just like I'm so upset by it. Like art should never be AI generated in the first place. Okay, let alone a competition being won by an AI. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. It really is. And like I said, I would argue that it's unethical, okay? And that these things need to be controlled, all right? I think in the long term, art will be okay. Okay, it's like, you know, maybe this is just like another NFT bullshit. It'll last like, you know, 1 or 2, 3 years max, and then it'll die off, right? But there is the temptation, okay, the temptation for this to continue to get worse, okay, and like if we see successes with AI, right, like right here, okay, it's a troubling sign, okay, it really is a troubling sign for artists and creators, right? How long before we start having AI generated music, okay, right? But in a similar way, you know, I guess there is AI generated music. People will recognize that there is a soulless quality, right? And for some reason we hate that, okay? Not everyone hates soulless shit, okay? But a majority do, okay? Like there's something within us that feels it, okay? And that is our attachment to the divine, okay? And when we feel like hey, this was not made from any of this, from like the human or the divine, is made from the machine, we could feel it, we could look at it and go like, there's something off about it, right? Maybe not everyone, but you know, eventually the tide will turn, okay? And people will stop liking this shit, right? So we'll see how things progress. We'll see how things get worse or better, right? I don't think AI art will completely die. Hopefully, in the long run, it'll just be like a little test to see like, oh, you know, can AI actually do it, right? And that's as far as it'll go, okay? You know, hopefully it won't go more dystopian, but we'll see. You know, like as the situation develops, I'll keep you posted and commenting on this really sad and stupid situation, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out my Princeton Patreon if you want to support the channel, ring that bell for notification, all that bullshit. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot.